Welcome to Brianna Speaks, where real stories, deep dives, and unapologetic truths come alive. I'm Brianna, and I'm here to bring you bold perspectives, compelling conversations, and everything in between. In an era where the entertainment industry's shiny facade is increasingly being peeled back, two of its most iconic figures, Sean Diddy Combs and Jay-Z, are now under a storm of scrutiny. Once celebrated as trailblazing moguls in music and business, they find themselves at the center of disturbing allegations that threaten to reshape their legacies, and potentially, the industry itself. The shocking claims against Diddy involve decades of alleged misconduct, supported by an avalanche of evidence and testimonies from over 120 individuals. Meanwhile, Jay-Z, long considered a titan of integrity in the business, has been implicated in a separate lawsuit raising serious questions about accountability, power, and silence within the entertainment world. Part 1. The calm before the storm. It seems like the entertainment industry is facing another massive storm. And this time, the name at the center of it all is none other than Sean Diddy Combs, aka P. Diddy. Once celebrated as one of the most influential figures in music and business, Diddy has found himself embroiled in a legal and public relations nightmare. Over the past few months, allegations against him have piled up, and now, over 120 individuals have come forward with accusations spanning decades. Men, women, and even individuals who were allegedly minors at the time have shared horrifying accounts that paint a grim picture of Diddy's actions behind the scenes. But the rabbit hole doesn't stop there. Among the names now being mentioned in court filings is another entertainment titan, Jay-Z, known as one of Diddy's closest collaborators and one of the most successful business moguls in music history. Jay-Z's name has been dragged into this growing scandal. Today, we're going to unpack the allegations, the lawsuits, and the connections between these two hip-hop giants. What exactly is going on? And how deep does this story go? Let's start by setting the stage. The allegations against Diddy have been described by many as a real-life version of the final act of Goodfellas, where the party's over and the feds are knocking. Raids on his properties uncovered a staggering 100 terabytes of data believed to include blackmail material, extortion evidence, and other disturbing content. Seized items reportedly included electronic devices, images, videos, and, bizarrely, over 1,000 bottles of baby oil, allegedly linked to events dubbed freak-offs. These freak-offs are said to have involved countless celebrities, thousands of attendees, and victims spanning generations. The situation has escalated quickly. Diddy has already been denied bail 3 times due to alleged witness tampering. And now, amidst all this chaos, Jay-Z, his longtime ally, has been named in a lawsuit accusing him of involvement in a deeply troubling incident that allegedly took place decades ago. How did Jay-Z get roped into this? And what does this mean for the entertainment industry as a whole? Let's dive deeper. Part 2. The allegations against Jay-Z. The lawsuit involving Jay-Z stems from an alleged incident at a Video Music Awards afterparty back in September 2000. According to the complaint, the plaintiff, who was only 13 years old at the time, claims she was lured to the afterparty by a limousine driver who worked for Diddy. The driver allegedly told her that Diddy had a preference for younger girls and promised her entry to the event. Upon arriving at the party, she was reportedly asked to sign a document she now believes was a non-disclosure agreement, before being served a drink that left her feeling woozy and disoriented. What followed is a chilling account of events. The plaintiff alleges that she was led to a bedroom where she encountered Diddy, Jay-Z, and an unnamed female celebrity. She claims she was assaulted by both men while the female celebrity looked on. After managing to fight off further advances, she fled the residence, retraced her steps to a gas station, and called her father to pick her up. This horrifying incident, she alleges, has haunted her for over 2 decades. Jay-Z has vehemently denied these allegations, issuing a strong public statement through his lawyer. He called the claims baseless and accused the plaintiff's lawyer, Tony Busby, of attempting to extort him through a blackmail attempt disguised as a demand letter. Jay-Z went so far as to file his own lawsuit against Busby, accusing him of harassment and fraud. In response, Busby denied any attempts at extortion, stating that no monetary demands were made in the initial letter sent to Jay-Z. The back and forth between the two parties has only added fuel to the fire, with each side accusing the other of ulterior motives. Adding another layer of complexity to the case, Jay-Z's legal team has now requested that the accuser reveal her identity publicly. They argue that such serious allegations, if made anonymously, could irreparably damage Jay-Z's reputation without giving him a fair chance to defend himself. Critics, however, have pushed back, citing the sensitive nature of the allegations and the potential risks to the accuser's safety if her identity were to be exposed. This case has sent shockwaves through the entertainment world, raising questions about accountability, the abuse of power, and the prevalence of such incidents within the industry. As more details emerge, the spotlight on both Diddy and Jay-Z grows brighter, forcing the public to confront uncomfortable truths about the culture of silence that has long protected powerful figures in entertainment. Part 3. Unpacking the industry culture. The allegations against Diddy and the subsequent involvement of Jay-Z point to a larger issue within the entertainment industry, a culture that has long enabled powerful figures to act with impunity. For decades, stories about abusive behavior, exploitation, and unchecked power have circulated within the music and film industries. Yet, many of these stories were dismissed as rumors, or buried under the weight of non-disclosure agreements and financial settlements. In the case of Diddy, the sheer scale of the allegations is staggering. Over 120 individuals have come forward, each sharing accounts that reveal a deeply disturbing pattern of behavior. These stories, combined with the evidence reportedly seized during the raids, paint a picture of someone who allegedly used their wealth and influence to exploit others while creating a network of silence and complicity. Jay-Z's inclusion in one of these lawsuits raises even more questions. As one of the most prominent figures in the industry and a close associate of Diddy's, it's hard not to wonder about what he might have known. While Jay-Z has categorically denied any wrongdoing and even taken legal action to defend his reputation, the case has reignited conversations about accountability within the industry. If Diddy's actions were an open secret, as some have suggested, how many others were aware of what was happening? And why did no one speak out? It's not just about individual actions. It's about the systems that allow such actions to persist. From enablers to bystanders, the entertainment industry has a long history of protecting its most powerful players at the expense of their victims. These recent revelations have shed light on the dark underbelly of an industry that often celebrates excess and indulgence while ignoring the harm it causes. For decades, NDAs, hush money, and fear of retaliation have been used to silence victims and protect reputations. These tools of suppression have created an environment where exploitation thrives, and perpetrators operate without consequence. But with movements like the Me Too movement, cracks in this facade are becoming more apparent. Survivors are finding the courage to speak out, and the public is demanding answers. Diddy's and Jay-Z's situations are part of a larger awakening, a moment when the culture of silence in the entertainment industry is being challenged head-on. However, the road to meaningful change is fraught with challenges. High-profile cases like these tend to dominate headlines, but they often overshadow the systemic reforms needed to address the root causes of abuse and exploitation. This isn't just about celebrities. It's about an industry that must evolve to prioritize ethics and humanity over profit and power. True accountability means more than just lawsuits. It means rebuilding the structures that perpetuate abuse, from ensuring transparency in legal agreements to creating safe environments for whistleblowers. At the same time, as public scrutiny continues, there's a risk of sensationalism overshadowing justice. For both the accused and the accusers, the court of public opinion can be a dangerous place, rife with biases and assumptions. It's crucial to remember that the ultimate goal should be uncovering the truth, supporting victims, and ensuring fairness for all parties involved. The entertainment world is at a crossroads. As details continue to emerge and the industry grapples with its own dark history, one question looms large. Will this be the catalyst for lasting change, or will it simply be another chapter in a cycle of scandal and silence? The answer depends on the actions taken now, by those in power, by the public, and by the legal system. For Diddy, Jay-Z, and the countless others implicated, the stakes couldn't be higher. For their alleged victims, the hope is that their bravery will pave the way for a future where justice is not just a possibility, but a certainty. That's it for today's episode of Brianna Speaks. Thank you for spending time with me. Your thoughts and voices mean everything here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to hear this.